I know you see the back of the shirt. I know it's clean. I know it's clean. I know. One Piece is my favorite anime by far of all time. For me personally, episode 4 had me hooked because we seen the backstory of our main protagonist, my goat, Monkey D. Luffy. It started off with a gift that Shanks gave him almost losing that gift. That transition when he almost loses the hat to Shanks with the hat on his head to Kid Luffy at 7 years old wanting to be a pirate and knowing what his dream is. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was a kid, I thought a lot like that, bro. I have a big brother and I ain't gonna lie. That was a lot of Shanks and Luffy vibes. I'm not gonna go through the whole episode with y'all, but when Luffy got captured by these mountain bandits, keep in mind, Luffy only went over there because they were talking bad about Shanks and Luffy was not finna put up with that. He's like, nah, bro, y'all gotta go apologize to my mans. You won't just spill a drink on my mans. And next thing you know, Luffy had the boot on his face. I was like, oh no, this is not a good look right now. Shanks pulls up and it's like, bro, hold on, what's going on, Luffy? I thought you said your punches felt like pistols. What's going on? Shanks still cracking jokes, but he know, like, bro, Luffy good. He with us. This whole episode had impactful moments, bro. When they pointed that gun to Shanks' head and he said, hey, one more step further and I'll blow your head off. Shanks talking about something. Would you be willing to risk it? He said, what is this man talking about? Shanks said,
I'm saying that guns aren't for threats, they're for actions. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, I don't care what y'all say. To me, that was one of the cleanest starts to One Piece because that moment lets you know that this show could get a little bit dark if they wanted to. After he dropped his man, Shanks said, hey look, you could douse me in water, you could spit on me, all that don't matter to me, but you mess with one of my friends and now we got beef. So bro ended up taking Luffy and dipping off. Luffy had swallowed the gum fruit, air quote, the gum fruit. If you, hey, I'm not finna spoil, but if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. He can't swim. Bro throws Luffy in the water. He's finna drown to death. Then a sea monster comes, and the sea monster tried to eat Luffy, and that's when Shanks came in and saved Luffy. That's when Shanks hit us with the Conqueror's Haki and told that man to get lost. Bro took off. Bro, this scene right here, most crazy scene in the world. Shanks went up to Luffy and told him, I'm in debt to you, bro. You stood up for us. And Luffy is holding on to Shanks, talking about Shanks, but your arm, Shanks, your arm. And we see Shanks with no arm. He just risked his whole life to save Luffy, bro. He really do fuck with this little nigga, bro. They transition and Shanks like, yeah, bro, I'm leaving Luffy. Luffy said, bro, you know what, Shanks, this time I'm not gonna beg you to take me with you as a pirate. And then Shanks was like, oh yeah, you're never gonna make it as a pirate, Luffy. On some big brother shit. You see how bad Shanks got under Luffy's skin? He told him, no, someday I'm gonna gather up a crew that's even better than yours and we gonna find the greatest treasure of all time. And then I'm gonna be king of the pirates. I'll show you. Bro, if you really think about it, Luffy wanted to prove not to the world, but to Shanks, bro. Not to the world, but to Shanks that you bet on me for the right reason, bro. I'm gonna end up surpassing you. And then he said, okay, grab the hat and put it on his head. Y'all, look at this shot. Look at this shot. This shot of Shanks putting the hat on Luffy's head had me in absolute fucking tears, bro. Shanks is like the big bro of all big bros. The man has been in fucking 6 episodes and we all look at this nigga like he's Michael Jordan. Like, all off of this moment right here. All off of this moment. This whole episode right here. He tells Luffy, when you surpass me, I want that hat back, bro. You gotta give it to me, though, in good condition. Hey, yo, pause. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even realize what I just said. You gotta give me the hat back in good condition, bro. And then later, after that, we see in Wano, episode 1015 of One Piece. We see Luffy walk out to the front. Bro got on the black little cloak like Shanks with the straw hat. Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. His mans, bro. He tried to do everything like his mans. Like, if you notice, just before they also went to Sky Island, Luffy refused to fight in the bar. Luffy was like, hey, no, Zoro, don't fight. do not fight, because we don't fight in bars. He really do embody what Shanks taught him. I don't know about y'all, bro, but episode 4 to me was one of the most impactful moments, just off the fact of an introduction to a main character, my favorite character of all time.
But when I think back on where I was before I met them, nothing but pain and darkness. That's how come I can understand him.
Once again, guys, all these moments are just moments that I think are impactful to me. If you have something different, please leave it down in the comment section. I would love to hear it. Now, everything leading up to the Naruto and Gaara showdown kind of let us know that these two were very similar. They both were seen the same way, as monsters. Gaara said in the future, he said, to those who know the same pain, they can be no hate. And Naruto and Gaara, they know the same pain, a pain called loneliness. They're two different sides of the same coin. You had Gaara, who was going through it all and he was alone. And then you had Naruto, who was going through it all, but then found friends. He had Iruka, Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura, kinda. I ain't finna cap. She definitely was on that nigga Naruto dick at first. Oh God. Talking about some, yeah, he's annoying and had single parents and some more shit. No, bitch. She was in the little picture, so I mean, I don't know, bro. I guess. But all that aside, when Naruto and Gaara was fighting, they had that little split half screen of Gaara's face and Naruto's face to let us know as the viewers, even though Gaara evil, these two are the exact same. Naruto could have turned out just like Gaara if he didn't have the friends that he had around him. So Naruto started crawling towards Gaara, and Naruto was using his shoulders to get to Gaara to talk to him, bro. And Gaara was like, no, stay away from me, bro. And Naruto was like, you know, it's unbearable, isn't it, being all alone? And he tells him, I have people in my life who I gotta protect because they saved me from me. They the ones who would first accepted me for who I really am.
They're my friends.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit hit. That shit hit, because when you find friends who accept you for who you really are, you start looking at life a little different. You really do. Gaara pondered on that. And later on, down the future, Gaara had one of the best character developments in anime history. All the shinobi that were once at war with each other are all in a little thing called the Shinobi Alliance, right? You have ninjas from all these different villages who once waged war on each other. Now they have to work with each other. Nobody can work together after years and years and years of conflict and war. Gaara used his saying, split apart everybody, and then started speaking. He was like, in the shinobi world, ninjas have always hated each other. And from that hate, I was born. And he said to everybody, he thought that his single goal was to destroy. But then a single shinobi saved me. And Gaara thought to himself at the time that Naruto saved him. And you could tell that shit still resonates with Gaara, bro. He said, that friend that saved me, I need to get him, I need to help him back, bro. I need to help him back, bro. We gotta protect Naruto. Nah, bro, I'm really getting teary-eyed, bro. I'm really getting teary-eyed. He said, I want to protect that friend and this world. He said, I'm too young. I'm too inexperienced. I can't do it on my own. He said, so please, lend me your strength. Help me. Bro, nah, bro. Gaara was clean. One of the best speeches given in anime history, bro. Gaara, I ain't finna cap. One of my favorite all-time characters in Naruto.
Do you want a sword, Thorfinn? A sword is a tool meant to kill. Whose life do you intend to take?
Enemies.
Listen to me, my son. You don't have enemies. Nobody in this entire world deserves to get hurt.
Vinland Saga. Yes, I know the book is clean. I know. The Vinland Saga had so much impact on the world that when you scrolled on Instagram, you kept seeing all these memes of no enemies, no enemies, no enemies. All this no enemy stuff, but everybody thought they had no enemies. Even for the people who didn't even watch anime, let alone Vinland Saga. In the beginning, Thorfinn was a young kid and all he wanted to do was fight. And during this era, fighting was to seek honor, right? That's how a man proved his worth back in the day. Thorfinn had this goal to kill Askeladd for the murder of his father. And I'm not trying to spoil anything, but let's just say things didn't go as planned for Thorfinn. And Thorfinn ended up a warrior that turned into a slave, right? And I see Thorfinn's whole demeanor has changed. He doesn't care what happens to him anymore. I was watching season 2 and Thorfinn said, "Are we only alive because we don't want to die?"
In all the days I've lived, no good thing has ever happened to me.
Bro, Thorfinn, nah, bro. And when you really think about it, he left when he was like 5-6 years old. Nothing good has happened for real. No, bro. Nah, bro. And I just felt for Thorfinn. He really wanted to change and become a better person. He had nightmares and nightmares how he killed people and didn't even know what he was doing. He was taking somebody's uncle away from them. He was taking somebody's father away from them. None of those things passed through his mind until he became older and he understood that you don't have to fight to be a man or to be a warrior. There are different ways about going about life. Guys, Vinland Saga gets so much shit for season 2. I don't give a shit what you tell me. Season 2 is probably one of the best seasons in anime history of anything. Season 2 is better than season 1 to me. That's just how I feel. I don't want to make this a full Vinland Saga video. It's really hard for me not to. But long story short is the military pushed up to Thorfinn's island and declared war on his island. They went to war and so many people died. And Thorfinn, being the type of person that he is and the new person that he's become, is like, there's no reason that we should even be fighting right now. He took it upon himself to walk over there and stop the whole war, one-man army by himself.
Even now, God must be watching us as we stand here on his earth below.
Thorfinn pushed up on King Canute, bro. They wouldn't even let him in. They punched him, and then he's like, all right, if I could take 100 punches, then you have to let me through to talk to Canute. And they were like, I bet. Everybody's betting money. Everybody's laughing at Thorfinn, taking him for a joke. And he's like, bro, why would I want to fight you to go talk to somebody? That's not proving any point. All that laughing shit was gone. Whole field silent. Everybody's dead face. Like, nah, this man is serious about this. King Canute's bodyguard asked Thorfinn, like, bro, you could have just beat him up and you could have saw King Canute. And Thorfinn said, why would I beat him up when I just met him in a peace negotiation talk? That's very counterproductive. And it just makes sense. Like Phantom said, it just makes sense. Like, for real, it just makes sense. Y'all pissing me off, bro. Y'all want Thorfinn to be on this killing spree and he trying to negotiate peace? Why would he? I don't know, bro. And Thorfinn said, I just met y'all today. None of you are my enemies. I have no enemies. That is probably one of the coldest things I've ever heard in anime history. They go talk to King Canute, and King Canute surrounded all his troops around Thorfinn and was like, what you gonna do if I stay, Thorfinn? What you gonna do? That boy Thorfinn said, run. I don't want to fight you. I just came to ask you to just please stop. I'm asking you as a friend. And Canute laughed, bro. He laughed and was like, bro, he's being serious. And he said, bro, Thorfinn, you look like a beautiful man now, Thorfinn. You look at peace. You look at peace, Thorfinn. Canute had to respect that. And Canute withdrawed. I just don't feel like y'all understand that moment right there. The fact that Thorfinn saved the whole fucking island. The slave saved everybody. This is what got me though, guys. This is what got me. As Thorfinn was departing from this island, Thorfinn's loading up the boat, and this guy who was very immature, and this whole situation happened because this nigga wanted to join the army and fight, and he couldn't even fight. Like, okay, whatever. But after Thorfinn did what he did, nah, bro, I ain't gonna cap. Before we get into that, this nigga really couldn't cut a pig. I ain't finna cap. You should have never been thinking about fighting. You should have been the first Thorfinn. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. Nah, bro. People thought this shit was a game. But anyway, he looked at Thorfinn and he grabbed Thorfinn's hand, bro. And he told him, Arigato,
Thorfinn.
You showed me what I want to be. Strong and kind-hearted. A man. A real man. Someone who's like you.
Dog. Thorfinn is really like that, guys. Thorfinn is really like that. He said, I want to be just like you, Thorfinn. I want to be a real man. Shout out to Thorfinn, bro. Shout out to Thorfinn. One of the best main characters I've seen in a long time. Shout out to Thorfinn.